Oh, how was your day?
Ah, Flor, welcome. Rincan,
Did you
wow.
miss me? Right, I know you miss me.
I miss you all actually.
Oh,
Hey guys,
that's
wait.
fake.
Very much for joining on time as usual. So we're gonna start with a new topic today. So, guys, good news. We are not having classes tomorrow because, as you may know, tomorrow is Dia de los Muertos. So we're not going to have classes until Thursday. But please remember that on Thursday we're going to have evaluation. No, no evaluation. We're going to have interviews. So you have to be ready. I
Okay.
mean, guys, before we
What are you talking about, please? Can you tell me what interview?
yeah, remember that we are practicing interviews. So every 2 days we're going to be practicing interviews. Okay, we're going to have regular classes 2 days a week. Then the third day we're going to practice interviews. Okay, so we need to come ready. Okay. Okay. Ah.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start. Just give me 1 second. Let me look for the presentation. How was your day, guys? By the way, how was your day? Was it good, regular, boring, tiring?
Teacher,
Yes.
sorry, just
Yes. Rincan.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what is going to be the topic about the interviews?
Do you remember about tell me about yourself, your background experience, your strengths, your weaknesses? So we're going to practice that. So I'm going to give you a little introduction on how to answer those questions, and then we are going to practice. It is going to be
Okay,
randomly, so you have to be ready.
okay, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. So let me share my screen right now. Just give me 1 sec. Was it four? No, what's this one?
So my day it was regular. I
Was
was
uh-huh.
I don't know. I cut my hair, so I feel like a new floor. Yeah.
Did you do it by yourself? Did you do it by yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Me llegaba hasta la espalda y me lo corté like under my hombros. How do you say hombros?
Shoulder.
Shoulders, under my shoulder.
Okay. Okay, very good. I haven't gotten my hair cut yet. I don't like it. I don't like to get it cut. So I prefer bangs all the time. I remember one of you were talking about a story about a bangs that he or she cut it by himself and it was a total mess.
Yes,
It
it
was
was
Fatima,
me.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I still remember. Okay, guys, so today we're going to be talking about questions, but it is going to be different because, guys, are you familiar with yes, no questions and WH questions? Are you familiar with those topics? No? Let's see. Mm, Rincan, what is the difference between a yes, no question and a WH question?
The difference is that WH questions look for information, and yes or no questions look for confirmation.
Excellent. Very good. So just remember, whenever we are asking a yes, no question, it's because we are just confirming something. So we're just expecting a yes or no. That's it. On the other hand, when we are using the other question, it's because we are requesting information. Okay. So there is something missing in the speech that we want to know. Hey, Kevin, what is your name? Yes. No, right? Is your name Kevin? Yes, it is. What is your name? My name is Kevin. That's it. So in this case, in this case, right now, I'm going to show you the answer, and I want you to formulate the question according to that answer. So for example, we have, my name is Cristiano Ronaldo. What is the question that you were going to ask to get this answer, Samuel?
What is your name?
Ah, repeat.
What is your name?
Fluency.
What's your name?
There you go. What's your name? Perfect. I am from Portugal. Adriana.
Where are you from?
Very good. I am 36 years old. Edwin.
How old are you?
Very good. I am a professional soccer player. Fatima.
I knew. What do you do for living?
Very good. Actually, yes, we can say that. What do you do for a living? Or what do you do? I live in Italy. Alex.
Where do you live?
Very good. Very easy, right? Wait, just give me 1 sec. My hair is blonde. Uh-huh. What's the answer for this question?
What is your color of hair?
Okay, let's see. What color is your hair?
But this correct mine or no? It's okay? Oh,
Actually, it sounds very Spanish, like a bad translation.
mm,
Yeah.
okay.
So in this case, it is going to be like, what color is your hair? That's fine. I live in Los Angeles. Uh-huh.
Where do you live?
In where city do you live?
Where do you live? Perfect. My favorite food is sushi.
What is your favorite food?
Very good. I go to sleep at 10 p.m.
What time do you go to go? Do you go to bed? I think.
Very good. Well, actually, what time do you go to sleep? That's fine, but I will prefer the one that you said. Hey, what time do you go to bed? That's fine. I am 5 feet tall.
How tall are you?
Excellent. How tall are you? Perfect. It says my wife's name is Lauren.
What is your wife's name?
Perfect. I was born in California.
Where were you? Where were you born?
Very good. I have one brother and one sister.
How many siblings do you have?
Excellent. Perfect. Well, how many brothers and sisters do you have? No. How many siblings do you have? Perfect. My hobbies are exercising and fishing. Uh-huh.
What are your hobbies?
What are your hobbies? Perfect. No, I can't play the piano.
Can you play piano?
Can you play the piano? Perfect. My family is from Puerto Rico.
Where is your family from?
Very good. My first movie was My Little Girl. My first movie was My Little Girl. No? Listen past
What
What
was your first movie?
first.
Sorry. First, right.
Very good. I am 51 years old.
How old are you?
My kids are named M and Max.
What's your kid's name?
Very good. I like comedy and drama movies.
What movies do you like?
Okay. Or what kind of movies do you like? So in this case, I want you to pay attention to the structure of the questions because we are not going to use them. Okay. So just pay attention. In English, the regular form of asking questions is if it is just a question, first we add the auxiliary, the subject, the verb, and the complement. Or sometimes just the auxiliary, the subject, and the complement. Whenever we are using WH questions, we start with the WH question, auxiliary, then we have the subject, the verb, and the complement. In this case, we are going to change that because we are going to learn this topic. Indirect or indirect questions. What is this, teacher? Help me read, please, Calero.
Indirect questions are a more polite,
Polite. What?
polite, polite,
Polite.
polite way to ask for information or make request.
Excellent. Indirect questions are a more polite way to ask for information or make requests. So pay attention, more polite. So in this case, we have a normal question. We have, hey, where does the teacher live? I will start with the indirect phrase, which is this one. Hey, could you tell me? And then a non-clause, where the teacher lives. What is the difference between this one and this one? What's the difference between the normal question and the noun clause?
It doesn't have the auxiliary verb.
Very good. It doesn't have the auxiliary verb. What else?
We don't have the WH word at the beginning.
Very good. The WH word, it is not at the beginning anymore. What else? I want you to pay attention because this is very essential in this case. The verb. The verb is now in third person. But why? Why is the verb in third person?
Because we don't have auxiliary.
Excellent, because we don't have any auxiliaries. So therefore, we are going to use it in a third person form because teacher is singular. So the teacher lives. Hey, can you tell me where the teacher lives? And I want you to pay special attention to this structure because many people tend to make mistakes with this. Hey, can you tell me where does the teacher live? No, because my question starts here, okay? So this is my question. Could you tell me? Not this one. So we have the structure, for example, hey, can you tell me where McDougall Street is? So we change the position. Hey, where is McDowell Street? Hey, can you tell me where street is? This is my indirect question phrase, and this is my noun clause, statement, word, order. Help me read, please, Adriana.
Here are a few common question phrases for indirect questions. Could you tell me? Do you know? Would you mind telling me? Do you have any idea?
Very good. Okay, memorize this one, please. Hey, could you tell me blah, 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 blah? Do you know blah, 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 blah? Would you mind telling me? Do you have any idea? Let's continue. Help me with this one, please, Flor.
You should notice two things about the indirect question. To form an indirect question, start with the indirect question phrase.
Uh,
Phrase such as, can you tell me?
Very good. So to formulate this, we are gonna start with the question phrase, indirect question phrase. We have an example. Hey, can you tell me? Continue, please. Fatima.
Then for information requests, add one of the 6 questions words. Where, what, when, who, why, or how. We call these WH questions words.
Very good. Let's continue. So we have some examples. Help me, please, Edwin.
Can you tell me what the name of the city is? Do you know where we can take the bus? Do you have an idea what time the train station opens?
Excellent. Very good. Can you tell me what the name of this city is? Do you know where we can take the bus? Do you have any idea what time the train station opens? What happens if I get rid of this? This sentence will be wrong. Well, actually, this question will be wrong because I have my verb here, and this is wrong. It will be here. What is the name of the city? But because we are asking an indirect question, we have, can you tell me? So this is my question. This is where my question starts, not this one. This is just my complement, if you want to say it that way. So why is this a clause? Guys, do you remember that 2 weeks ago we were talking about clauses? Do you remember clauses? What is a clause? Just remember, a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. So teacher, where's my subject here? This is my subject. The name of the city, and is my verb. Can you tell me what the name of the city is? Do you know where we can take the bus? I have my verb here. Do you have any idea what time the train station opens? Now let's continue. By the way, do you have any questions about this? Do you have any questions so far? Something that isn't clear? Yes, Alex. Alex?
Excuse me. I have a problems learning about what we can is before the subject and different between the first one.
This one.
Yes, what we can if before the subject.
Wait. Aha, this one.
Yes, and there we use can, and the verb is before than the subject.
Okay, very good.
And the first one, the third one, the verb is the last word, and I don't have idea what is that.
That
Why
is actually that is
what
actually
happened?
that is actually a very good observation. In this case, the verb is at the end because we don't have complement. And in this one, we have a complement. Do you know where we can take the bus? So this is my complement, the bus. And this one, we don't have complement. Therefore, we don't have more information here. And you will see that whenever we are using a verb to be, that is going to be at the end of the sentence almost all the time. Let's continue. So we have this little activity. I'll send you the link. I want you to sign in because I want to see your names. So in this activity, you are going to be given some WH questions. For example, we have why, who, when, where, and what. What I want you to do is to formulate an indirect question, okay? So just remember that you're gonna use the indirect phrase and then you're going to use the clause. Really? Does it give you an error? Try to refresh the page, please.
Maybe it's
not-
because at the end of the link was another character.
Huh?
Yeah, when you copy the link.
Ah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. It works for me.
And it's indirect question, right?
Yes, remember that you're going to start with an indirect phrase. Hey, could you tell me? Can you tell me? Would you mind telling me? Do you know? Do you have an idea? And then you're going to start with the clause. So remember, you need to sign in or sign up if you haven't, because I want to see your names. I don't want to see anonymous. If you have any questions, then
So,
ask me.
okay, first is an indirect question and then it's a direct question. No.
No. This is the structure that you're going to follow. Just give me 1 second. This one. Here. First, you are going to have an indirect question phrase. Can you tell me? Do you know? Would you mind telling me? Do you have any idea? And then you're going to start with a non-clause. Okay? Like in this one.
Okay. I understand.
Okay. I will give you 5 minutes. Let's see. Was someone that you know? Mhm. Mhm. Nelson, be careful with the structure. Be careful with the structure. Remember, the verb goes at the end most of the times, not all the time. Luis Santiago, that is not an indirect question. The first one. Flor, that is not an indirect question. Ilma, that is not an indirect question. Do you have any idea who she is? Very good. Can you remember who that this teacher? Very good. Do you mind explaining, Rinkan? Explaining. Explaining to me. Very good. Do you know who Isaac Newton was? Excellent.
Sorry, teacher, can I get the feedback again? Because I don't get it.
Who is talking?
Fernando.
Ah, sorry, yes. Remember, when we use mind, and if you want to use another verb, it is going to be in ing form. Do you mind explaining me or explaining to me?
Okay.
Explaining to me. Do you
My
mind
explaining.
explaining to me who did this?
Explain me. Okay, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Do you know who she was perfect? Do you know who the principal excellent? Could you tell me who? Okay, very good. Yes. Do you know who Mona Lisa is? Do you know who take this picture? Okay. Could you tell me why you are eating so late? Perfect. Can you tell me why? Mhm. Can you tell me when the next meet is? Alex, meeting. Meeting. Do you know when my favorite program starts? Stars. Edwin, stars or starts? You said estrellas. Can you tell me when the airplane arrived? Very good. Can you remind me when the game is? Okay. Do you know when classes end? Very good. Can you explain to me why the sky is blue? Very good. Do you know when classes end? Do you mind telling me when the celebration was? Very good. Does she, Rincan, does she know? Does she know when the party is? Do you have any idea when do we it tell? That is not an indirect question. Luis Santiago, we are formulating indirect questions by using the double question that I gave you.
Teacher, why is no and not knows?
Because we're using does. That is modifying my
Because,
verb.
yeah, it's redundant, right?
Yes. Do you have any idea when do it tell that is not an indirect question? Could you please tell me where Rincan, that's not an indirect question?
Which one?
The fourth one,
Oh
where?
my God. Where? Okay.
Could you please tell
Because,
me where the best place to eat pizza is?
yeah, you're right. Thanks.
Can you tell me where my family are? Edwin, family is singular. We don't use are, we use is. Can you tell me where my family is?
Okay, I will change that.
Do you have any idea where we are? Very good. Do you have any idea where the bus stop is? Very good. Could you tell me where the meeting is? Very good. Do you have any idea where the library is? Very good. Could you tell me where the stop was? Very good. Do you know where the
Eh,
Código office is?
can you check my question? I don't know if it's right. La
Who is
de
talking?
where? It's el
Ah,
where.
could you remind
Where?
me
Mhm.
where do we have to be at 11? Just remove do. Could you
Okay.
remind me
Okay.
where we have to be at 11?
Okay.
Do you know where I can travel to my next vacation? Very good. Could you tell me what the first impact is? Excellent. Do you have any idea what time is? Edwin, do you have any idea what time it is? Do you have any idea what time is it? Adriana, change it. The verb must go at the end. Can you tell me what we have to do? Very good. Can you tell me what the name of the street is? Very good. Can you tell me what the homework is? Very good. Do you know what are we doing? Sarai, change it. Do you know what we are doing?
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see. Mhm. Could you tell me why my brother did that? Can you explain to me why the sky is blue? Could you tell me why the kid is sad? Very good. Uh, Fiorella, let's see. I know, Gilma. Do you know who take the picture? Okay. Do you know who the new professor is? Very good. Do you know who is doing that noisy sound? Okay. Do you have an idea when do we okay. Do you know when the Christmas party will be? Very good. Do you know when the last movie end? Gilma, in the third one, if I'm not mistaken, you are talking about the past, the last movie. So I will say that it's going to be something like, do you know when the last movie ended? Do you know where I can travel to my next vacation? Do you know what we are doing? Yeah, okay, guys. So just remember, this is just feedback. When we are using indirect question, we are going to use just one auxiliary, which is going to be the first one, okay? After the doublage word, we are not gonna use auxiliaries, okay? Let's see, Fiorella, could you tell me where, no, change it.
Sorry,
what I need to change.
The verb to be is going to be at the end.
Okay. Could you tell me where the event is?
Yes. Luis Santiago, let's see. Do you know when is the graduation the same? The verb to be at the end. Do you know when the graduation is? Do you know what we are learning? Very good. Mhm. Guys, do you have any questions about this? Do you know what her favorite dish is? Very good. Excellent. Guys, do you have any questions about this topic so far?
Just about one question. Um, it was one that was talking about the time. So I think it was like, do you know what the time is it?
No. This one.
When the, yeah, what's the correct like structure?
Yeah, just remember that whenever asked that question, hey, what time is it? It is my verb, my subject. Okay. So in this case, we're just going to change. Oops, just give me 1 second. Let me activate my camera. So but wait, in that case, we're just going to change the position. Hey, do you know what time it is? So is going to be at the end of the sentence. And we need to add it because it is my subject.
That is the question that I wanna do, because why the time is not the subject? That is the reason that I didn't read this.
Okay, yeah, actually time is part of the WH word. What time? That is part of the WH word or the WH question. It is not the subject. Just remember that when in English, we have to use subjects all the time. In this case, time is something abstract, something that you can touch. That's the reason that we use it. It is the same when we talk about the weather. It is rainy, but what is rainy? We're talking about the day, something that we cannot touch. It's abstract. Therefore, we're using it. It is sunny. It is windy. It is 9 o'clock. So in this question, what time is it? It is my subject. Okay. But why, teacher? Because as I mentioned, time is linked to the WH question. We don't say, hey, what time is it? Time is 9 o'clock. We don't say that. Even in Spanish, we say son las 8. Pero el qué? ¿A qué nos referimos when we say son las 8? Son las 9. Son las. Where is the subject? In Spanish, it's implied. In English, it's never implied. So whenever we're talking about the time, we need to use it all the time. And because we're using indirect questions, we're going to change the position. What time is it? Do you know what time it is? We just change the position. More questions?
Teacher, most of these questions are going to finish with the verb to be, like is, was, are.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Not all the time. But when there is no complement, so we end with the verb. But when there is complement, we don't end the question with the verb.
What is the purpose of this question if we have the normal way?
I just told you, Fatima, when do we use this?
Okay. I can't explain that. I just remember that you said may not about this, I think, but when we want to ask you for more information, and maybe these ones are to ask in a different way, nor not in a direct way. I'm not sure.
Okay, actually, Edwin gave you the answer. When we want to sound more polite, okay? And yeah, actually, what you say is right. We're asking for more information in a different way. But for example, when you want to sound very polite, we use this, hey, can you tell me, would you mind? We sound more polite. Because for example, when you go in the street and you approach a stranger, hey, what time is it? That sounds very rude, right? So you approach, hey, could you tell me what time it is? Hey, can you tell me where the hospital is? Can you please tell me the best place to eat? Sorry, teacher, no worries. That's fine. More questions about this? I know this is hard, but this is the way it is. More questions? No? Okay, let's continue. Ah, this one. Now you're not going to write it, you're going to say it, okay? So I'm going to spin this wheel. You're going to get a regular question, or in this case, a direct question, and you're going to turn it into an indirect question. Who wants to go first? Alex.
Okay. Um, can you tell me which the most overplastic country in Central America is?
Excellent. Very good. Fiorella.
Who is the owner of this huge apartment? Could you tell me who the owner of this huge apartment is?
Excellent. Gilma.
Who did you meet in the lively city?
Lively.
Lively city, sorry. Can you tell me who did you meet in the lively city? Lively city?
Remember that we don't use auxiliaries. In the noun clause, we're not going to use the auxiliary. So we're going to omit it. How would you say it then?
So could you tell me who did you meet?
We don't use auxiliary.
Oh, wait, sorry. Who you meet in the lively city?
Remember, it's in past.
Okay, could you tell me who you met in the lively city?
Excellent. Perfect. Guys, we need to be very careful. Very good. That was good. Santiago, ¿por qué está escribiendo ahí?
No. Okay. What is that? oldest church. Could you tell me what is the oldest church?
No. Change the position of the verb to be.
Okay. Could you tell me where the oldest church is?
Excellent. Rincón.
Okay. Where is the most peaceful place to read? Could you please tell me where the most peaceful place to read is?
Excellent. Fátima.
Can you tell me what time the buses in this city operate?
Very easy, right? Very easy.
Yes.
Adriana.
Could you please tell me when the concert is going to start?
Excellent. Nelson.
Could you tell me where the less packed park in your location is?
Excellent. Very easy, guys. Very easy. Calero. Very quiet today, Calero.
Okay. Do you know where the party is? Where? I don't know.
Really?
Uh, where? Where the party?
Where the party? Uh-huh.
Uh, where?
Why where?
I don't know.
Where is this?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Remember, was is the past of the verb to be.
Yeah.
So
Where the party was?
there you go. Excellent.
I get confused.
Don't get confused. Fátima, porque está hablando.
Do you know where the oldest church is?
No, wait. That was
Yeah,
answered.
that's the thing.
Yeah, that was already answered.
Can you tell me which the most dangerous place in El Salvador is?
Yeah, actually, I think this sounds weird. We will change this one.
Okay.
And we're gonna use where. It sounds better. Hey, do you know where the most dangerous place in El Salvador is? Because which sounds weird. Sorry. So the last one.
Why?
It sounds weird. It doesn't sound okay. I mean, it doesn't sound okay. Ah, no, wait. Rincán. ¿Qué está hablando ahí?
I'm not talking.
Ah, I
Okay.
thought it was you. I'm sorry.
Where can I find a grocery store? Okay. Can you please let me know where uh, a grocery store where a
No,
grocery store is? No.
no,
Where
we.
can I
Uh-huh.
where 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 I can find a grocery store.
There you go. Very easy. We only changed the position of the verb and the subject. Yeah. Can you please tell me where I can find a grocery store? Perfect.
Piece of manguito tiernos.
Okay, so actually that was the easiest part. We have more. Fatima. No, Flor.
Yes. I had to read that.
Yes.
Okay. But some indirect questions do not contain double H questions, words. These are direct yes or no questions that we convert into indirect questions. For
Excellent.
example,
Very good. So guys, remember in English, we not only have double questions, but what about yes, no questions? How can we turn yes, no questions into indirect questions? So we have some examples. We have this one. Has the game started yet? This is present perfect. And I wanted to ask you guys, how will you turn this question into a indirect question? How would you turn this question, yes, the question, of course, into an indirect question? How would you do that?
Using the, I don't know, if.
Very good. What else? We have if, and there is another one similar.
No,
No?
I don't remember.
Whether. If or whether. Has the game started? Do you know if the game has started? Very good, Edwin. Perfect. So let's see. Read this one, please, Calero.
That is a yes or no question. To form this into indirect questions, we start with an indirect question phrase, such as, do you know? And then begin the noun clause with if or whether. Let's listen to the direct yes or no question again.
Okay. Has the game started yet? This example uses the present perfect verb has started. Now let's listen to how it changes into an indirect question using if and whether. We have, hey, do you know if the game has started yet? Do you know whether the game has started yet? Very good, Edwin. You got that one. So this is pretty much the structure that we use. We have the indirect question phrase. Do you know? Could you tell me? Can you tell me? Would you mind telling me? Whatever. And then we have the noun clause. If the game has started. Whether the game had started. Now let's pay attention to this video.
Hi, Jenny.
Rob?
Paul told me what he said to you, and it's not true. I'm not planning to leave New York.
Oh, really? And could you tell me why Paul is still in your apartment?
Well, he couldn't get a ticket to Boston.
What's the question that she asked? What's the question that she asked?
Could
You
you
get it?
tell me why Paul sleep at your apartment?
Let's see.
Really? And could you tell me why Paul is still in your apartment?
There you go. Could you tell me why Paul is still in your apartment. We don't say, hey, could you tell me why is Paul still in your apartment? No. Okay. Why Paul is still in your apartment?
Well, he couldn't get a ticket to Boston.
But you told me he was going a few days ago. Or is that another lie?
No, of course it wasn't. He couldn't get a ticket. The buses to Boston were all full.
So do you know if he's got one now?
I bought.
Okay. Now we have just no question. Do you know if he's got
one now?
I
One
bought
now?
it. He's leaving this evening. But that isn't really the issue here, is it? You have to believe me. I don't want to leave New York.
How can I believe you? I know you're missing London because you said the same thing to Carrie at the restaurant. Look, Rob, I'd like to know what you really want.
What do you mean?
When you and Paul were...
We have another one there. I would like to know what you really want.
When you and Paul were together, it was like you were a different person.
You know what Paul's like. What was I meant to do? But that isn't the kind of life I want anymore. I'm not like that.
I know you're not. But I wonder if you really want to be here.
There is another one. I wonder if you really want to be here.
I wonder if...
Jenny, what is it?
Forget it.
Jenny, what are you worrying about?
I don't know if this is gonna work out.
You're not serious.
I'm just not sure if we want the same things anymore.
That's crazy.
Jenny. Oh. Good morning, Rob.
Don?
I need a word. Can you tell me what you decided at the last meeting?
There you go. Can you tell me what you decided at the last meeting? We don't say, can you tell me what did you decide? No. In this case, we're talking about the past. We are eliminating did. Therefore, we are using the verb in past.
Right away, Don. Rob was just leaving.
Oh, that was so sad. Sorry. Okay, guys, so it is just time to go to bed, actually. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was very heartbreaking. Do you have any questions about this topic? Or actually, guys, what questions do you have? What has happened? Actually, I think they broke up. Yes, tell me.
I had one in indirect questions. When we use verb to be, we have to put the verb at the finals, right? But when we use another verb, it's like a normal sentence.
Only if we don't have more context or when we don't have complement. But yes, pretty much most of the times, not all the time, if we use the verb to be, it doesn't matter if we are using it in simple present, simple past, future, the verb is going to be at the very end. Only if we don't have complement. Otherwise, stick at the end. Very good question, Adriana.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. More questions? Alex?
No, I'm not sure about another question for today.
Okay, was it easy? Was it difficult? Was it clear? Do you need to practice it more? I think it was easy.
I think it's easy when